on WROI Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
Yes, indeed, it is a beautiful Friday morning, 61 degrees, and we are joined in the studio now by Todd Van Sickle from the First Federal Savings Bank. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Paul. Thank you for welcoming us.
Yeah,
beautiful, perfect summer day almost.
Oh, yes.
Won't be too hot today.
Nice and sunny.
And nice and sunny. Chance to get that grass mowed if you haven't done it because it's been too hot this week or all the rain earlier in the week.
Yep.
And we celebrated the 4th of July this week.
We did. It's been a interesting week. A two-Monday week.
I had a coworker tell me that earlier this week. We were sharing before the show that it was a 2-Monday week. You got Monday, a day off, and Wednesday's a Monday. But I reminded her that, yeah, but you're closer to the weekend.
Exactly. It's always nice when Monday is, 2 days from the weekend.
We're welcoming Jacki Johnson here, CEO of Tidewater Executive Tax Service. Good morning, Jacki.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Great. We're going to be visiting with you later today in the show about Pack a Backpack. It's a great program that you've run for many years and impacts the community significantly. So we'll be visiting with you in a few minutes. So welcome to the show today.
Thank you.
You're welcome to chime in anytime you want about anything we're commenting about. 4-H Fair starts this weekend too.
Yes, it does.
Runs the 8th through the 15th.
Yeah.
WROI will be broadcasting out there on several days.
Yep, we're going to take the morning show on the road, so to speak.
That's awesome.
We will be out there Tuesday night as well for the tractor pulls.
So how's the vinyl, bringing back vinyl going to work?
We will get that done here before we go out.
So maybe a little recorded.
Something like that. I mean, we may still have like myself or Randy or somebody be here to hit play when it's time.
That's awesome. So it's Fair Week, so that's good. That's coming up. Good luck to all the 4-Hers, the other participants and volunteers. It's always a big week, and looks like we're going into a good weather week.
Yeah, not too bad. A little chance here and there, and most of it's in the evening and overnight. So that
doesn't look like it's going to be ugly hot though either.
No, that's one thing that I was worried about when we got as hot as we did last week. I said, okay, fair's coming up pretty quickly. How hot's it going to be? Not bad. I've seen worse.
So we have some tech news today.
All right.
Did you follow the Threads news?
Not directly. I found out about Threads last night and downloaded it. Haven't even opened the app since then.
We'll talk a little bit about it. Threads is from the Facebook, Instagram family. It's basically a direct competition to Twitter, it looks like. In less than 24 hours, they had 30 million users sign up.
Wow.
And that was as of the end of yesterday.
Yeah.
So 30 million users in 24 hours is pretty big. Twitter has about 400 million users, and it looks like it's just kind of dog-eat-dog direct competition. They're slinging mud at each other, it looks like. And, it's all about the data and the money, it seems like. So just be wary if you're on any of those. Just they have data and they sell it for money, basically. And that's what they're trying to do. So it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out. And it seems like there's pivotal events with social media, from the early times on the Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and now, Threads going to be something that's going to make an impact. Guess we'll wait and see.
I'm just waiting for MySpace to come back.
That was the early one for Facebook, actually.
Yes, yeah. That's my first introduction to social media.
So we have some related trivia about Twitter.
All right.
Twitter has been in the news because of the release of Threads. What year was Twitter founded? 2004, 2006, 2008, 2010. We can answer that later in the show. And Jacki, we can ask if you have anything to do. Are you on social media?
Yeah, I do Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but Thread, that's new.
That's new. Yeah. Wednesday, it's brand new. So
So the platform is based for individuals. Is it more business or
it's
like
individuals? It's more like it's a kind of knockoff of Twitter. You can add 500 character posts and post 5-minute videos. So maybe something else that we all need to get involved with. I mean, First Federal does the other social medias for a business purpose, and I know you do some things on social media for business and Pack a Backpack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe to see if we're all jumping in on that too.
Now, is it free? Like, or are
Yes.
they?
Yes. If you have an Instagram login, you can use your Instagram login, the same one for Threads, because it's all part of the same Meta company.
Okay.
So we'll wait and see, right?
Yeah.
So we have some sports. Do you want to hit sports, Tanner? We got. I noticed in the sports you put your favorite golfer in there.
No, of course you did.
Well, Ricky Fowler, it's been a little while since he got in the winner's circle, but since 2019, so I wanted to throw that in there a little bit. It's interesting. He has 6 PGA Tour victories now, and 3 of those have come in the way of a playoff. So he likes playoffs when he gets into one.
Was the last one a playoff too?
Yes, on Sundays it was a 3-man playoff. Not only did he have to birdie the last hole to get into the playoff, then in the playoff he hit by far the worst tee shot, but ended up being the only guy who birdied the hole. So the 18th hole treated him pretty well on Sunday.
You had your 2 minutes of Ricky Fowler.
I have. We'll move on. So MLB, getting close to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So that's halfway point of the season. I think we should definitely start weeding out who's pretenders and contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, your team's a contender, Paul.
That they are.
For the AL Central, I should say.
Yeah.
A record of 43 and 44 right now, only a game and a half out behind the Twins. And then the Tigers have fell to 38-48. They're 6 games behind the Twins. And the White Sox are 37 and 52, 8.5 games behind the Twins. So both the Tigers and White Sox fell quite a bit since last Friday.
Yeah.
In NL Central, I feel bad that I made fun of the Reds here a month and a half, 2 months ago, because now they're 10 games over 500 at 49 and 39, leading NL Central and have some of the most exciting young players in the game. So they're making me look a little foolish. The Cubs are 8 games behind the Reds with a record of 40 and 46, and the Cardinals are 12 and a half games behind the Reds with a record of 36 and 51. Still hard to believe that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's baseball.
It is baseball. Anything can happen. There's been some surprise teams. I mean, the Arizona Diamondbacks have been quite a surprise out in the NL West.
So baseball stops this week, and then the All-Star break probably Tuesday, right?
Yeah,
Tuesday?
yeah, it's coming. Yeah, I don't know the exact date. I know it's coming up. Home Run Derby, Celebrity Game, all that stuff. So, players get a little break. What? Do it. I'll tune in. It's not appointment TV for me, I guess, but if nothing else is on that I want to watch, I'll tune in. I used to, as a kid, always watch Home Run Derby. But over the years, it's kind of got less and less exciting, I feel like.
Well, it's been, less exciting since your 2 big hitters retired.
True. True. So,
They made the home run derby popular.
oh yeah, McGuire, Sosa, Griffey,
Yeah.
Bonds, all those guys. So
The other major sports news I see too.
yeah, and I don't know if you'd call this a sport, but it was on ESPN too. Nathan's hot dog eating competition that we talked about last week. Joey Chestnut won yet again.
Yeah.
That's 15 of the last 16 he's won. He only ate 62 hot dogs
I was
in 10
going to
minutes.
say, yeah, it was like 62.
I couldn't even imagine that. I'll eat 2, maybe in a cookout or something like that.
In 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Man.
I went down a YouTube rabbit hole earlier this week with Joey Chestnut. There's a video 3 years ago of him breaking the world record for eating Big Macs. He ate 32 Big Macs. Took him about 35 minutes, but 32 Big Macs. He owns the world record for amounts of world records. I think he has I think it's like 50 world records.
Wings and
Yep, he's got a
things
whole
like
list.
that, yeah.
Yep.
So he is definitely a food guy.
Definitely a food guy, and from Indiana. He lives in Westfield.
Yeah.
So
he probably makes pretty good money off it.
Yeah, I know.
Sponsorships and
exactly sponsorships because he only won $10,000 for first place in the hot dog eating competition.
Yeah,
Definitely sponsorships make it worth it.
Yeah, but I mean, still, you think about it, $10,000 for 10 minutes.
Not too bad. Not too bad. We got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1802, the first comic book, which was titled The Wasp, was published in Hudson, New York. On this day in 1928, sliced bread was sold for the first time.
what's amazing about that? That's less than 100 years ago.
It is.
We had didn't you have sliced bread 100 years ago?
That is pretty mind-boggling when you think about it.
Yeah.
All the technology advances. Now we're talking about threads.
And you know, everybody says the best thing since sliced bread. That shows you
Right.
how big that was,
Yeah.
big deal that was.
Yeah.
On this day in 1948, the Cleveland Indians, then called that at
Yeah.
the time, kind of stunned the MLB world by signing 42-year-old veteran Negro League pitcher Satchel Paige.
Yeah.
It's a legend in the game of baseball within itself. I think it was more just signing a 42-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't see that very often, but it worked out just
Well,
fine.
that explains my favorite quote of all time from Satchel Paige. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you were?
Yeah.
Very fitting.
Yeah.
And on this day, also sports on this day in 1978, I didn't know about this. I thought this was interesting. The NBA approved a franchise swap. The Buffalo Braves owner John Y. Brown and Harry Mandarin acquired the Boston Celtics. Celtics owner Irv Levine got the Braves. So they literally swapped teams. And then the Braves later moved to San Diego and became the Clippers. Los Angeles.
I bet you didn't know this either. The Rams and the Colts a long time ago did a swap. That's how the Ursays got the Colts.
I did not know that. Yeah,
Hmm.
very interesting.
That's
Yeah.
not trivia today, Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
don't make that trivia.
it's just a tidbit.
Yeah.
On this day, 2011, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, the last Harry Potter film, premiered in London.
Yeah, and here we are in 2023, and we've found out we're getting at least a 10-year series.
Yeah, a little spin-off.
Yeah.
That's not surprising. We live in a world of spin-offs anymore.
Yeah, and I guess it's kind of a retelling of the movie.
Okay.
So you'll get to dive in, and each season will kind of cover the book itself.
But a
instead of-
different
Different cast.
act- yeah, different
Yeah.
cast playing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. There's a lot of Harry Potter fans out there. Big
Oh, yeah.
fans. They've got the Star Wars genre, then you got the Harry Potter. That's kind of the two big genres.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today is World Chocolate Day.
Always a good day.
Also National Strawberry Sundae Day.
Okay.
It seems like you should combine those somehow.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. Global Forgiveness Day.
Okay.
That's always good.
Tell the Truth Day. I guess those two could kind of go
Yeah.
hand in hand. National Macaroni Day
Hmm.
and National Dive Bar Day.
Ah. Good old dive bar.
Well, there's some link between some of those, but they all have to do.
Yeah.
Right.
You could link them all.
You
but
could.
We will.
Yeah, macaroni on my strawberry shortcake. I don't know.
There's a lot out there, but hey, teach their own.
Have macaroni for dinner, your dessert,
There you go.
and then end up at the dive bar.
You've solved all the
Yeah.
problems. We have some upcoming events. Civic Players of Logansport will present the musical Rock of Ages tonight, July 7th and 8th, 7:30, and July 9th at 2:30 at the State Theater on Market Street, Logansport. Our First Federal's Heather Cavins is playing J.K. McGill, who is Drew's agent in that, so she always does a great job. So if you have an interest in going to see some theater, go to Logansport and see Rock of Ages.
Alright.
Other local events coming up. United Way wants to thank Smith Farm Stores for donating a big green egg for the Fulton County United Way fundraising raffle. You can buy tickets for $10 each at Smith Farm Store booth at the fair next week, and the drawing will occur on September 9th at the Fulton County United Way Trivia Night. That's a new event coming up this year, and you'll see some news about that on Facebook in the next few days. So a big thank you to Dan at Smith Farm Stores, and if you have an interest in a big green egg, go out to the fair, visit their booth, and pay $10 for a chance to win the big green egg.
Yeah.
Times Theater is showing the Tin Cup tomorrow at 7 p.m. Tickets are $5. It's a great golf movie.
Yep. Give them another ball.
Okay. Must be a quote from the
That
movie.
is a quote from
Yeah.
the movie.
I've
Yep.
seen that once, but I
Yeah.
don't recall.
Yeah, that's a good one. If you haven't seen it and you like sports movies, going up to the Times and check it out tomorrow night.
And speaking of golf, Fulton County Habitat for Humanity has their golf outing on Saturday, July 29th. Tanner, do you want to hit some details on
Yeah,
that?
sure. Yeah, we're still looking for whole. Always looking for whole sponsors, and we're still looking for some more teams to fill out our field. If you're interested or your business is interested, a whole sponsorship is $100. Team of 4 for the scrambles, $250. If you want to do both, we got a deal for you. It's $300.
Alright.
So if if you're interested in that, you can contact myself or any other Fulton County Habitat for Humanity board member. We can get you more details. We can get you a flyer. We can get you signed up directly. Whatever you want to do. So just reach out, and like Todd says, the 11th annual is the biggest fundraiser Fulton County Fulton County Habitat for Humanity does every year, and looking forward to a good day out at the Round Barn Golf Club at Mill Creek. Registration is at 8 o'clock, and tee-off begins at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So check out the Habitat for Humanity social media webpage to get more information. And they always do a good job social media posts, so you can find out more about the golf outing. And money news, down about 400 points yesterday. There's always a positive and negative thing.
Yeah.
Jobs numbers look great yesterday, though. So,
Yeah, that helps at
is
least.
the glass half full or half empty?
Half full.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yep.
Be a positive day.
Yes.
First Federal Savings Bank open tomorrow. Open today from 8:30 to 5. Tomorrow 8:30 to noon. You can always bank with us 24/7 through our mobile app. And our ATM's open to get cash. We have two specials right now. A 10-month special for a certificate of deposit at 5.1% APY, and we're going to be introducing a new loan special next week. Check out our social media postings for that.
Mm-hmm.
We're still offering Simply Free checking accounts, Simply Free business accounts. When you open an account, you get a free gift, a Cool Gear tumbler. We don't have those on display
Yeah, I
today.
should have brought them again.
Just
Show them off.
you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Not Threads yet.
Not
but
maybe, possibly.
that will be evaluated in the
Possibly.
future.
Get it done today, Tina.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes us legal.
I named that the tap that time. Paul taught me a trick to make sure we get it right. Well, we welcome back Jacki Johnson. Thank you, Jacki, for being in today.
Thank you.
CEO of Tidewater Executive Tax Service. You've been in town doing that for many years. Great business, helping out our local community. But also, you have a passion about something else.
Yes.
Let's talk about what that passion is right now.
I have a passion about helping our community and serving our local children, sending them to school prepared each year. And that organization, I founded in 2006, and the name of it is Fulton County Pack a Backpack.
And just for people that don't know, what does Fulton County
What we
Pack a
do
Backpack
is,
do?
we buy backpacks and school supplies, and we call the schools, get the list, and we fill those backpacks full of the list, that the teachers want. So we're not actually just doing random supplies. We're actually filling that request of each grade. So, and we all just started doing a coat drive, and then we teamed up with Karma the last few years, and now we can do free haircuts.
So the Pack a Backpack, approximately 700-800 last year is what
Last
you
year we did 753 students.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's, you don't have to live in Rochester. Any student in Fulton County can, we're going to assist any Fulton County student. So a lot of people think it's just the Rochester school districts, but it's not.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
You do have a passion for this. How do you get involved with this and your mission and going forward, and what spurred your interest in this?
I was born and raised. Some people out there don't know this, but I'm not from Indiana. I was born and raised in Charleston, West Virginia, and we had I've got 3 other siblings, and we weren't rich, and my parents struggled with financially, and we did not go to school prepared. We were the kids that showed up on the first day of school. Unfortunately, we didn't have a backpack or school supplies, and I know that feeling, and it's hard. When you walk in and everyone is showing off their new school clothes and backpacks and school supplies, and you walk in with wearing your cousin's hand-me-downs that are 3 sizes too big for you, it's devastating for a child.
Well, since 2006, I know I'm going to put this on the spot, but you probably served, that's 17 years, so huge numbers of backpacks you've given out.
Oh my goodness, absolutely.
Yeah, and 753 last year, and probably looking, I know you're always trying to do more.
We are.
And how does one qualify to receive a backpack?
We don't have, you don't have to qualify. We're not going to ask you what your income is. We're not going to ask you where you work. We're not going to ask you if you receive public assistance. We're not going to ask anything like that because my parents made good money, but money was tight. They didn't receive public assistance, so they couldn't get a lot of things that were out there, so they still struggled. So I feel that if a parent is humbling themselves to ask for help, there's something in their lives and that's going on, and they need the assistance. You will have parents who need assistance one year, and then the next year things are going great for them, and then they walk through our door and they'll donate money because they're very appreciative that we, helped them out the year before.
So basically, all students qualify to get a backpack.
If you need assistance, we have a registration form on our Facebook page, and you just go. It's linked to the top, and you just fill it out and fill out all the information. Tell us how many kids you have, and we're going to fill those backpacks for them.
So now would be the appropriate time to talk about dates. So is there a registration deadline?
We would like to have everyone registered by, I would say, July 20th.
July 20th.
Yeah. We've already ordered in bulk. We have enough backpacks and school supplies to service 800 students this year.
That's
So
awesome.
we're going to assume that we're going to get more. And if we don't get, we also have like a little store over at Tidewater, and it's kind of neat. We did set it up with shelves, just like you're walking into a store of school supplies. So it's there, all year. So, we'll stock it and we get it ready for the 800 students.
So registration by the 20th.
Yeah.
What is the pickup date for the backpack?
The pickup date is going to be on the 27th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
And where is that done at?
That is done at Tidewater Executive Tax Service here on Main Street, right across the street from the courthouse. And actually, I can see it from the radio station's window.
So just find a place to park downtown, walk up and walk in, and you can get a backpack specific to your student, their class, their school, that will have all the necessary things they need.
Yes, we'll pre-pack, based on that list we pre-pack. So it's important to get some volunteers. If anyone wants to help us, we are going to be packing on the 25th and 26th to fill that list. So when the parents come in, their bags are packed and they can pick out a color. We'll pack so many per grade and have them ready when they come in.
And you're doing that at Tidewater then also?
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously not tax season, right?
Yes.
So you get that done.
Yeah. So tax season is January, through April, and then starting in May, after we get the nonprofit returns done, we'll kick in gear for Fulton County Pack a Backpack. So we stay busy all year over there.
I know you do that. So if somebody wants to volunteer, they show up, they go to your Facebook page and let you know? Or?
Yeah, they can call Tidewater at 574-367-7366 and just let us know they would like to volunteer, or just comment on our Facebook page or send us a private message.
So I want to make sure we have the dates right. So the 20th for registration.
Yep.
That's coming up in, 3 weeks, basically?
I know,
2
isn't that
weeks.
crazy? School just let out.
Yeah.
And then the 25th and 26th for volunteers to come in and pack a backpack. That probably takes a lot of people because you've got 800 backpacks that have various supplies in it. It's a big task, right?
It is. I have a staff of 10, so Tidewater donates that staff. So there's 10 of us packing on the 20th. So we do have 10 people packing, but it takes an additional 10,
Okay.
So
So if
anyone wants to help,
Free the
that'd be great.
25th and 26th, come out and help Jackie and the Pack a Backpack program. And
First Federal comes out. You guys send girls out and guys. Sorry, I wasn't trying to leave you guys out. But you guys send out. But
thank you for mentioning
and
that.
we do appreciate that.
Everybody, it takes a village, like they say.
Absolutely.
And somebody like you with the passion to see a need and fill that need, and just the size of our community, and that you're supplying 800 backpacks is just almost mind-boggling to me.
It's crazy. It's fun though. You should come out one day and see what it's all about.
I think I was out of town last year, but I'll do that this year. You've challenged me, so I need to
come out.
publicly now. I need
I'll
to
get
come
a
out.
picture and I'll post it on Facebook so all the listeners know he came.
We'll do that. The 27th the date. Then you have some other things going on during. Well, let me get back to how do you get 800 backpacks and find the supplies? Do you work with?
Well, we order in bulk, and we normally Kids for Kids. It's a nonprofit organization that is ran by Staples. We normally order from them, but this year we noticed their prices went up, just like everything else. But like for instance, last year scissors were 75 cents. They're $2.99 this year.
Ooh.
So we had to find something else because $2.99 for one pair of scissors per child. That's going to come to about $2,000. That's how much we need from last year's leftover stock. So we just get out there on the internet. Sometimes
So you
we
smart shop
locally.
basically, yeah.
Amazon was our, the A word. Amazon was our cheapest route this year, and so Jessica Webb, she's my assistant, and Mindy Almer. We just sat down in my office, in fact, a couple days ago, and brainstormed, and we got all of the supplies ordered. So they're slowly coming in. The UPS guys are not going to be very happy with us, but it'll be over soon.
So if you're coming by Tidewater, you may see if that extra UPS truck
Yes.
there. Don't mind it. They're delivering supplies to the back of
Yeah, sometimes we'll go out there and help them unload the truck because we feel really bad.
And then you've got some help from some local people also too. I mean, where's your funding come from?
Our funding comes from local businesses, individuals. Mill Creek Church is a great supporter. Every year the congregation gets together and they put together a fund, and we normally get anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 a year from Mill Creek. So I want to give a shout out to them because they're a really big supporter. Fulton County United Way is our second biggest supporter. We definitely could not do it without Fulton County United Way, and a lot of people don't really realize where the money goes when Fulton County United Way is asking for money, but it does go to local charities, and we're one of them. So get out there and give Fulton County United Way some funds because they're serving our community well with them.
And Mill Creek Church doing the same thing. A
Absolutely.
lot of other people. It's also, if you can't volunteer and want to help out, writing a check to pack a backpack was always a good thing too. You get a lot of those too, don't you?
Absolutely. We just sent out a bunch of letters, so you might see a letter coming in the mail. And tomorrow we're going to be walking around town and personally, so don't shut the door in our face. We're going to be walking around town and handing out letters and telling the local businesses around the block, what we do, and hopefully getting some of the local businesses to pitch in and help as well.
You briefly mentioned a coat program you have, because like school supplies, sometimes a winter coat to be comfortable is not available to people, and now might be a good time to bring in a coat if you're coming in for a backpack. Maybe your child's outgrown the coat, give it to Jackie and her crew, and they'll get it cleaned and make it available for the winter time.
Yeah, we'll start distributing coats in October, November-ish. We do have some left over from last year. We did get a donor donated around $1,500 just for the coat. So we took the $1,500 and were able to buy a whole bunch of brand new coats. So we do still have some new left over from last year.
And then you have the store basically going on after the Pack the Backpack program this summer. So, new supplies are needed for something. You can always come into Tidewater and pick up something if you need it.
Absolutely. If teachers need extra supplies, come on in. We'll fill that request if we can. New students coming into town need supplies, come on in. We always have the shelves ready and full.
I know you get great support from our local teachers too. They do a good job of
Yes, they do.
making sure that everybody knows about you and helping you out.
Yeah, last year, the school board came and visited us, and some teachers stopped by to take a look at what we do, so that was nice.
Well, it's amazing just talking to you here. I can see the passion and the sparkle in your eyes. And just this is serious business for you, and you do a great job for the community. And we thank you for that in your group because if it weren't you, it may not be getting done. And you've been doing this. We gave away one of the clues, didn't we already? You've been doing this for a long time.
I have been, yeah. I did give away a clue, but you know what? You can test your listeners to see if they were listening.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We'll throw up that question. So, how long has Pack a Backpack been doing this, Paul?
17 years.
That's awesome.
Hey, you were listening.
You were paying
Yes.
attention. So, anything else you'd like to briefly discuss as we kind of close the end of the show here? Just to make sure people are aware of what you're doing, what Pack a Backpack does.
Just if you find it in your heart to make a donation, we just spent $11,000 this week on school supplies, and we just spent another $6,000 on backpacks. So we always try to have enough money in the account for when the event comes up. So if you can find it in your heart and you have an extra $1 or $2 laying around, drop it off at Tidewater Executive Tax Service, and we'll put it to good use with Fulton County Pack a Backpack.
And unfortunately, this inflation problem trickles down to Pack a Backpack.
Absolutely, just like with the scissors.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But our Walmart doesn't sell scissors for $2.99, so I don't know why that organization, went that high, but
Yeah.
they did.
So, important dates coming up. The 20th registration, 25th and 26th for volunteers, then the 27th. What are the hours again? for pickup?
9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and people just start lining up on the streets. We don't open the door till 9 a.m. But and the free haircuts, you have to register during that day. When you pick up your backpacks, don't go to Karma for the free haircut. You're issued a ticket, and then you go to Karma during your appointed time to get your haircut.
I want to thank Karma too. We kind of glossed over that a
Absolutely.
little bit.
Darcy is amazing. She's been helping me out. I think this is our 4th year that we partnered up with them, and they give up their salon for the entire day for us.
That's
And
awesome.
so it's a whole day that they're not making any money. They're just volunteering their time to cut hair.
And everybody needs a fresh haircut to start school off
Absolutely.
right.
I need a fresh haircut.
Yeah, me too, don't worry.
So thank you, Jackie, for all you and your group do to support Fulton County Pack a Backpack.
It's a tongue twister. I did the same thing.
And you've got it like on your brain probably all the time. So yeah, great project for our community. If you have it in your heart to go out and support in some way, please do volunteer. Make sure that, if there's a child in your family, make sure they can get there to get their backpack, or a neighbor or something like that. Do everything you can to help support this program. And it's a great program, and this is what makes Fulton County a better place to live. And thank you for what you do, Jackie.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. On the trivia, I kind of got the trivia mixed up in my mind just a few minutes ago because
Oh, no, you're fine.
the question was, when did Twitter form?
Yes.
And the answers were, let me find the answers here. 2004, 2006, 2008, 2010. I may have given it away by mixing up the questions.
Well, I already had my answer.
Okay. Well, let's,
So, 2006.
you're absolutely right.
I graduated that year. That's how I knew that.
Okay. And for some reason on mine, I transferred, Pack a Backpack from 2006.
Because it was the same year, so you
Yeah.
kind of knew the answer, and you were like, oh, wait, oh.
So next week's our guests will be Debbie and Hector Hernandez from the Fulton County Jail Chemical Addiction Program. And we'll close with words of wisdom from Eleanor Roosevelt, the famous American First Lady. This kind of says a lot about what Jackie's doing in the community. Since you get more joy out of giving joy to others, you should put a good deal of thought into the happiness that you're able to give.
I like those words of wisdom. Thank you very much, Todd, and we'll see you guys again next week.
Thank you, Paul.